Hi, I'm Donna Jordan from Jordan Fabrics. Today I'd like to show you how to make the pattern called Cosmic Jewels Revisited. This is a pattern from Debbie Maddie, and she wrote this some years ago and then she updated it so that actually no matter what size you make, the pattern's going to look the same. So it's got 4 sizes and each size has bigger patchwork, and that's why the pattern will look the same no matter which version you're using. I'm going to make the throw size, and that calls for fat quarters. I'm going to use these variety of grunge fat quarters, and this bundle has 12 different colors. I only need 8 for the patchwork, so I'm going to pick out the 8 I like best, and I'll use the other ones on a border or even on the binding. These 8 should be perfect. So what we've got for the lap, we need 8 fat quarters, then we need a background. I'm going to use this grunge, which has a little bit of gray and white in the background, and this is color pearl. And I like it because there's a little bit going on. It's not a solid. Then we're going to have a little border. We're going to have an outside border, backing binding, but I'm going to pick out the outside border, even the inside, once I get all the patchwork done. Each of the fat quarters gets cut exactly the same way. I can't give you the sizes because it's not my pattern, but Debbie Maddie's patterns are always extremely easy to follow. Now we need some background. There's only a couple different sizes to cut. There, the cutting is all done, and it was very simple. The next step is to make yourself a little color chart. You need to label each fabric. So this is going to be number 1, 2, 3, 4, and all I did was staple a little piece of fabric on this paper, and this way we can refer to this because we're going to be making half square triangles, and we're going to be combining some of the colors, and then we will use this chart also when we go to lay out the quilt on the table. This is the background. The next step is to make some half square triangles. The pattern is going to tell you which of the colors you need. So I need number 1 and number 2, and the pattern will tell you how many to make. So for half square triangles, we're just going to draw along the back side of the light fabric, right on the diagonal. Half square triangles are pretty easy. We use them in a lot of quilt making. And all you do is line up all the outside edges and then stitch 1/4 inch away from that center line. Now slice right across the middle here, and you can use scissors if you prefer. And then we're going to press the seam allowances toward the darker color. The way I like to do this is to put the light color down on the ironing board and then peel this open. And I'm trying to make sure that it's open all the way along the seam and it's straight, and I'm not getting a bow or an arc there. And then I usually use a dry iron and then add a little steam. The last step is to trim off these little triangles. We call them dog ears, and that reduces the bulk and makes it easier for the quilt to lay flat. So we need a few different color combinations to make half square triangles with, but the steps are all the same. There's either going to be 2 different colored ones or a colored one and a background. So I'm going to go ahead and get all the rest of the half square triangles done. I've got all my half square triangles done, and now we're ready to lay out the quilt. There's a nice diagram in the quilt, so all you have to do is follow whatever it says. So if we are going to be using a 1 and 2 or a 2 and 3, it'll tell us exactly where to place all of those squares. What you might want to do is stack them all up, because some only have a few, but some have a lot. And you might want to make some stickers. So this is a 5-4. You could do a 5-4 like that. And this will come off the table here, but you might just make, you can put it on the top and then pull off the bottom. You could label all of these, and that might help you with your layout. We're actually going to lay the whole quilt out. We will be sewing it in several sections, but we're going to lay out the whole quilt. So I'm going to start on the bottom row. This is the whole bottom row of the quilt. And you'll notice we added some background squares. There's a background rectangle over here. And then there's a big background piece. And so as we fill in the rows, they will then match up with the top of that. So I'm going to keep laying out and we'll see what the quilt looks like. There we go. This is half of the quilt all laid out. Now I thought that perhaps I could make one half and then make the second half, and it might be a mirror image, but it's not. So I'm going to go ahead and lay the rest of the pieces out so we can see where they all go. Those are the last few pieces. What I do next is check to make sure that all of the colors are making diamonds. That way you'll know for sure you won't have a piece turned. And it's a lot easier just to check all of this visually, or even take a picture, than to go back to the chart and check each one. Do I have it turned right? The quilt will be made in sections, so I left a little space here so you can see it. We'll be making a rectangle up there. You actually can make that whole one there. And you've got this guy, which looks too small right now, but once we do all those seam allowances, it'll fit perfectly. And the pattern shows you which sections you can make these in. I would highly recommend using your color chart that we made with the numbers here. But then the labels made it go much faster. So I stuck those labels on each stack, and I was able to find the colors much more quickly than saying, okay, I need a 3-4, searching through the triangles to see which one was the 3-4. I labeled them, I put them in order, 1B, 2B, 3B, 4B, 5B. I have missing ones because I used up all of some, but that made the layout go really fast and really easy. So I'm going to get everything sewed up. There are going to be some borders added, then we'll get it loaded onto the quilting machine. The quilt is all loaded up, and I'm going to pick a thread color, and this time I'm going to use a darker color. I really would like to fill in some of this background with the thread. So we've got extreme options. This nice dark purple, really going to show. Got a light blue, and there's so many colors in the quilt top. Honestly, any of these are going to work for what I'm trying to do, which is make it show up. I still think the dark one there might be too dark. That would look nice. Nice deep burgundy purple here. There we go. Pretty dark. I think I'm going to go with this blue. For the quilting pattern, I'm doing one called Modern Ties, and I like these long ovals. I think that curviness against the diamonds we've got in the patchwork will make a nice contrast. I've got the Cosmic Jewels quilt all done. I am very happy with how it came out. I love the size. I also love the fact that if you get the pattern in different sizes, it'll be this exact same layout, but the pieces are bigger, and that's how the quilt is made bigger. I do like this swirly quilting. I love the way it fills up the background here. It looks great on the border. Now for the backing, I used another grunge. It's kind of a green blue, and you can really see the quilting there. Green background, blue thread. It shows up very nicely. Looks good on this little black border. And of course you could put any color border on. So if you like to bring out more of the blue, put a blue border on. For the binding, I just took the extra fat quarters that came in the bundle, and we had a little bit left of each of these grunges, and I cut them all up, and I just used 20-inch pieces and made a pieced border, a pieced binding all the way around, and I think that brings the colors out very nicely. Now remember when we were laying out the quilt and I had my little diagram with my stickers and the numbers? It really only took about 10 minutes to lay the whole quilt out. So I don't want you to be intimidated or think, ooh, that looks complex. It really isn't. It was very, very easy, and so easy to get all the patchwork quilt up, all the patchwork sewn up. It's just a nice throw size quilt you could use on your couch, or this would actually make a really nice wall hanging size too. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I have so much fun making them. And at the end of each video, we like to do a giveaway. Today's giveaway is a quilt called Twist and Shout. This is a really fun quilt to make, and we have a video to show you how if you're interested. But today, you can win this one. And all you have to do is click the link right below this video that says giveaway. And you put in your name and your email address, and you might be the lucky winner. Now, if you like our tutorials and you want to support us, the best thing you can do is subscribe to our YouTube channel. That really helps us out. Happy quilting!